Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in the world. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another video where I help you heal after toxic relationships. My name is Denise Dominguez, and I help strong women coming out of toxic partnerships to move them past the frustration, doubt, and fear to confidently move into new and healthy relationships. And in this video, I'm going to share with you healing the emotional pain. This is such a huge topic. And this is something, what I share with you is something that I've applied to my own life, and it changed everything once I did this. So if you are enjoying the videos, please hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel if you'd like more. And as always, I encourage you to comment in the comments below and share what insights you had or your own story, because that always is a message that somebody else needs to hear. And this is just you sharing and loving and being a part of healing the world. Okay, so I have this group on Facebook, and I'm going to put the link in the description below. First, I invite you to come and join us. I'm actually running a contest, and I'm going to tell you about that. It's not a contest, it's a giveaway. I'll tell you about that at the end. But in the group, you know, where you can put a poll, like a voting poll. So, not a stripper poll. So I asked, help me put together a VIP day for you guys. And I asked some questions, or topics, what is the thing you need help with the most? And one of them was healing the emotional pain. So I popped into the group the other day and I shared a 30-minute video on how to heal the emotional pain. And there's always these 4 steps that I share with my clients on how to heal the emotional pain. And in this video, I got underneath the layers a little bit to share with them the steps and the insights and the clarity of how to heal the emotional pain. So one of the first things that I shared with them was I love doing YouTube videos because I first record them on Zoom, and I'm super comfortable right now. Hence the chapstick being put on while I'm on video. So the first thing that I shared in that video, which helped me understand when I was going through my healing journey of healing after narcissistic relation, my 22-year narcissistic relationship, was that fact: we all self-abuse. That's a fact. We all do it. And we do it, how we do it is, that negative Nancy or that Debbie Downer inside your head, and she's always criticizing you, and she's always judging you. That is one form of self-abuse. Okay, so usually when people hear self-abuse, they think of cutting and things like that. No, it starts with just that conversation that you have in your head. What are you saying to yourself? How are you treating yourself? Everything outside of you is a reflection of inside of you. So here's the truth. If you've attracted abusive relationships, it's because you're self-abusing inside of you. Okay? So that's just one of the pieces to the clarity of first understanding. My belief is that we have to understand it to fix it. We need to heal it to feel. We need to feel it to heal it. So understanding that we all self-abuse on a certain level. Some levels are higher than others. Some are not that bad, but we all do this, right? And in life, every relationship is the same way. Some relationships are very abusive. Some relationships are very small in abuse. But that is just the truth of how it is. So when you're healing the emotional pain, you have to first know, okay, since everything begins and ends with me, and there's a level of self-abuse that I'm doing to myself Now you can be more mindful of your thoughts and what the conversations that you're having with yourself, what you say to yourself, how you treat yourself, okay? Do you treat yourself kindly? Do you do things for yourself? Or are you always just giving, and doing for everybody else, and you put yourself last? Or maybe you don't even give yourself anything at all, okay? When we're talking about mother energy, which is what I teach my clients, remember the graph, okay? There's the woman energy, here's where we want to be. And then down here, we have daughter energy and mother energy. If you're in mother energy, this is why you're attracting narcissistic people. That falls under child energy. So mother energy is always giving, doing, sacrificing herself for others. She's always trying to save everybody, love everybody, rescue everybody. I can help you. I can help you get through this. That's mother energy. And the other thing to mother energy is actually masculine, because mother energy she's protective and a provider, right? Whether she's providing money or she's providing, like I'll do things, energy, I'll do things for you. She's still providing. She's protective and providing, and that's masculine energy. So when we're talking about healing the emotional pain, first recognizing these things is monumental to your growth in the journey. Okay, knowing that, oh crap, I do talk to myself pretty mean. Oh crap, I don't treat myself well. I do put others before me. Oh crap, I don't even put myself on the back burner. I'm not even on the stove. Like when was the last time I had a pedicure? When was the last time I treated myself to something as simple as a bubble bath where I get to relax? Or are you just constantly on that hamster wheel of doing, maybe you work full time, you have kids, or I know women who, even after the divorce, they sacrifice themselves. They sacrifice themselves by not dating and giving themselves to their children. Your children want to see you happy. You're not sacrificing for your children. You're actually you're sacrificing for yourself, and your children want to see you happy. So whatever that means for you to be happy, maybe that's having somebody to share your life with. Maybe that's you taking, some time for yourself instead of just the hamster wheel, working, picking up the kids, doing this, doing that, still bowing to the ex, the narcissistic ex, to keep the waters calm so you don't ruffle any feathers, so everybody is good. Meanwhile, you're suffering. Okay? So part of healing the emotional pain is, what conversations are you having with yourself? How do you treat yourself? Everything begins and ends with you. This is so important to start right there. When you look inside the mirror, what are you saying to yourself? Remember, your eyes are windows to your soul. So when you look at yourself in the mirror, what are you saying? How are you being to yourself? And when was the last time you treated yourself to anything that is nice? A bubble bath, flowers, a nice dinner, a good book, buy something for yourself, whatever that is. But do something nice for yourself, okay? So part of healing the emotional pain is starting to treat yourself kindly. Stop beating yourself up. Stop that right now. What you've been through actually has happened for you, okay? There's no sense in beating yourself up and feeling guilty because I should have, I could have, I didn't, I did. Stop the guilt. The guilt is keeping you in this low vibrational state, which is going to keep you creating low vibrational situations and people. Okay? So there's nothing for you to feel guilty about. I promise you, there's nothing for you to feel guilty about. Everything happens for a reason. everything. And I get it. So don't think that I'm just sitting here on the other side pointing the finger and going, you shouldn't feel guilty and you shouldn't feel this. I get it. And I get that it is very important for you to process those emotions, but in a healthy way. We don't want to sit and swirl in these emotions forever. Okay? If you read my book, then you know in chapter 3, the devastation and the trauma that I went through in 2008. That totally changed my life, my children's lives, my entire life, my family, everything. It changed everything. And in 2011 is when I finally left. It was after another traumatic episode that I just had to leave. So there was a lot of, so I get it is what I'm saying. I get it. I get the guilt. I get the shame. I get the blame. I get it. I really, really, truly do. But sitting in those emotions is not doing anything for you. In fact, it's harming you in more ways than you can think of, i.e. health issues, chronic pain. All of these things can start to bubble up when you sit in those low vibrational emotions and that pain for so long. Your ego is always trying to keep you in, comfortable. And the truth is we get comfortable in our dysfunction, right? We learn to adapt to the dysfunction that happens. In 2008, when my ex had attempted suicide with our 14-year-old daughter in the next room, that was my new norm. So dragging him to every emergency mental health appointment or a psychology appointment or whatever appointment, that was my new norm. Chasing my ex all around Broward County was my new norm. And I got comfortable in that dysfunction. Yes, I hated it. Yes, it was total bullshit. Yes, I had other things to do. Meanwhile, I was still taking my kids to school. I was still trying to run the show. So we do get comfortable in our dysfunction. But let me give you the 4 points to healing from emotional pain. And this is what I teach my clients. And I thread these 4 topics throughout all of my teachings to my clients and you who are listening and a part of the audience. And they seem so simple, or maybe not. Maybe for you, some of them may not be, but they seem so simple because they are. And so here's the 4 points, starting with self-love. Getting back to that negative Nancy and that Debbie Downer, that's not loving yourself. Being mean to you is not loving yourself. Treat yourself the way you want to be treated. So if you want to be treated with respect and kindness and love, then treat yourself that way. Everything begins and ends with you. And once you start doing that, your energy of that will amplify out and you will create that in your outside world, right? How can you expect somebody to love and adore you if you don't love and adore yourself? Self-love, love yourself. Again, do something every day that's kind for you. Conversations that you have with yourself. Like I said, it could be as simple as a bubble bath. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be this huge, giant 10-day vacation. It doesn't have to be, a cruise to Mexico. It can be the sweetest, simplest things. Like, what's your favorite flower? What lights you up? What really makes you happy inside? Maybe it's just a drive with the top down in your Jeep or your convertible, or the windows down in your car, and you just like to drive and just go and drive for 30 minutes and just think and listen to your favorite music and sing out loud like nobody cares. It can be that. And then come back. Now you've driven for an hour and you just feel so good, right? There's so many things that you can do that are expressing love to yourself without these big things. And I say that because I used to think the same thing. I used to think, self-love is, first I thought self-love was getting my hair and my nails done. That I love myself. I didn't smoke cigarettes. I didn't do drugs. Took a bath every day, got my hair done, got my nails done. And those were the 5 components of me thinking that was self-love. Meanwhile, I was really mean to myself. I was very critical and very judgmental of myself. You see? So this is self-care. Remember when you were in middle school or high school and this boy was after you and you were like, well, I care about you, right? Like, I don't want to see you get hit by a truck, but I don't love you. See the difference, right? It's internal. You have to go internal and love all of you, right? The good, the bad, and the ugly. The crap that's been done to you, the crap that you did or didn't do, the guilty feelings. You have to love it all. Okay, so that's one, self-love. Number two is truth. You've got to face your truth. Part of healing the emotional pain is going in and facing the truth. The truth of what you've been through, what was done to you, and who you truly are. The truth. Of course you've made mistakes. Of course. We've all made mistakes. But that doesn't mean you need to punish yourself for the rest of your life for a mistake or mistakes that you've made. The important thing is to learn from them. And I highly suspect if you're here watching this video, you are ready to learn from them. Truth is the second one to healing the emotional pain. Okay. The third one is, and this is the one that what I was thinking, that might be hard for you. And that is forgiveness. Forgiveness of the other person, forgiveness of what was done to you, forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness, the whole thing of forgiveness, right? Forgiveness. Now, the thing about forgiveness is way too often we hold on to grudges because we are right. You did me wrong, and I am not going to forgive you for what you did, your behavior. You were wrong. I was right. You did a wrong thing. I'm not going to forgive you, because we think that if I forgive you, then I'm giving you permission that it was okay to do what you did to me. Also, we think sometimes that in order for me to forgive you means I can let you back in my life. Doesn't mean any of those things. In fact, if you are in the process or trying to process forgiving somebody who did you wrong, who hurt you, abused you, took advantage of you, scammed you, physically hurt you, emotionally hurt you, financially, whatever, do not let them back in your life. Do not. That is a boundary for yourself. Do not let them back in your life, but you can still forgive them. Okay? Forgiveness also doesn't mean that I'm giving you the okay, like, okay, it's okay that you're a shithead to me. That's not forgiveness. Forgiveness is actually releasing yourself out of your own internal prison. That's what forgiveness is. It's for you. It's for you to let go. Let go of the emotional pain that has been holding you back, that's been blocking you, that's been just heaviness. It's for you. This is not let that other person back in your life. This is not, it's okay that you can treat me like that. In fact, when you've learned from somebody who's been bad to you, mistreated you, you'll recognize that person quicker in the next episode, and you will not repeat the same pattern. But if you're holding on to that energy of the grudge of the story before, you're not making any space for you to see like what's coming down the pipe. Okay, so that is number 3, forgiveness. Number 4 is trust. You've got to trust the process of life, the process. You've got to trust what happened to you happened for a reason. You've got to trust yourself. When you trust yourself, then it'll be easy for you to trust other people. Okay? So you don't necessarily need to learn how to trust other people. You really just need to learn how to trust yourself, and then you'll be able to trust other people. Okay? So trust is such a huge factor. And if you think, oh, I can't trust, oh no, no way, that's never going to happen. I've never been able to trust. I don't trust people because of blah, 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 blah. I don't trust myself because I've always made these mistakes, blah, 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 blah. I want to tell you something about yourself. You were born trusting. Yes, you can trust yourself. Here's what happened. You were born trusting because think of a little child. This is why we have to teach them not to go with the creepy guy, with the puppy, not to talk to strangers, because we're born so trusting. We don't know or don't think that anything is going to hurt us or anybody's going to hurt us. You were born that way. You were born trusting. So don't doubt that. Yes, you are. You're born trusting. The other thing about trusting is that you think of trust as like a muscle, right? And when you are, that's what it just reminded me of, like a cowboy hat. Squirrel. That's me. When you're born trusting, what happens in life is that your trust muscle, just like when we go to the gym, like we haven't been to the gym in a long time, and I used to be super muscular and I used to have like a little lump here, and when I lifted my arm, my shoulder muscle bounced up and I was like, really, this was so sexy right here. And then I stopped going to the gym and it went, and it just, right? Your trust is just like your muscle in your body. When you go back to the gym, guess what goes? Oh, yes, I remember this. This was, and boom, your muscle comes back quicker, faster than it did before, right? Same thing with trust. It is just a muscle. So right now, for years, you haven't exercised it. So it's been kind of just flapping around in there, kind of laying dormant, but it's there. It's there. And once you practice how to trust, then it starts to whoop, and you're back to your sexy arm again. So the thing about trust is that, yes, we're born this way, so trusting, but life, and I call it the layers of muck, have covered up that trust muscle. So it's been covered up with the layers of muck. So for example, so-and-so said something, are you sure when you made a decision, are you sure you were very young, very, very young? And when we're very young, we know what we want and what we don't want. We don't doubt ourselves. We don't question ourselves. Yeah, I know. But somebody that you love and trust was like, are you sure? Are you sure that's what you want to do or what you want to choose? And so that seed of doubt was planted in your head. And this happens over and over and over and over and over again. So then that's what I mean by it gets covered up. So yes, you are trusting. So that is the 4 components: self-love, truth, forgiveness, and trust. And so what I did in my Facebook group was I'm running a giveaway. I want to share that with you because my goal for 2020 is to help as many men and women, or women is my priority or prominent audience, but also men, heal from toxic relationships. So I want to reach, like, I don't see why I can't reach 5,000 in my group. And right now I'm at like probably under 300. But in the last few days, I've been approving people into my group. So here's what I'm offering to you. Jump into my Facebook group and invite as many people as you know that could use this type of talk, right? They've been through a toxic relationship. They're still being triggered by that person, or they're having trouble with self-love or forgiveness. Pop them into the group, as many as you can. what the group tells me is when you invite somebody, it says, you know, for example, Denise invited Susan or invited by Susan, and then I know Susan so-and-so invited, and I'm going to keep a tally of all the people that you invited. And then I'm giving away 3 prizes. So there's going to be a grand prize, there's going to be a second runner-up, and there's going to be a third prize. And that's what I announced in my Facebook group today, was the prizes. So this morning when I woke up, or before I actually woke up and I was laying in bed, I was like, what can I give to them? What can I give you that is of value? And what can I give that will motivate them, spark their interest, and really want the grand prize? So prize number 3 is my self-love and or forgiveness package. And what that consists of is an actual coaching call. It's recorded, that I did with my clients on the topic, whether it's self-love or forgiveness. You can choose one package or both. It's totally up to you. It also comes with a meditation, and it also comes with a worksheet. Okay. Self-love or forgiveness and or forgiveness package. So those 3 things come in one package, depending on what topic you need. Then the second prize is my 6-week course. And my 6-week course is with Brave Wings, She Flies. It comes with this workbook right here. Comes to you in a PDF. This is the printed version where I got all the weeks tabbed. And in this workbook, it gives you all of the homework that you need. So it comes to you in a PDF. And let me go to, all right, so there you go. All right, so this is the workbook that I created for you. It is super, it was a lot of thought went into this, okay? So that's the second part. So it's 6 calls. It's a 6-week course that I actually did with my clients. Like, it's not, I was just reading, somebody was like, I bought a bunch of $97 courses and they were shit. These are actual courses, the recorded calls that I did with my clients. And so you get that, you get the workbook, you get the calls, of course. And then the first prize, the grand prize, is my Soul Print of Empowerment online course. It's what I did with my clients. It's a 6-month course. So you get 12 calls, and there's no workbook to it, but it comes with 2 books where you have to either purchase them or audio. But the 2 books are all about self-love and all about relationships. How to have a healthy relationship, understand how and why we maybe have failed at relationships before. So that's the grand prize. And along with that comes a coaching call with me. And the coaching call is only coaching. I'm only going to coach you. It's a peace after narcissism call. And what I'm going to do at the end of that call is give you homework. I'm going to give you a homework assignment, and then you have a week to finish that assignment, and then we're going to get on another call. So you're actually getting 2 coaching calls with me. Okay, so that's the grand prize. So all you have to do is invite people into the group. That's all you have to do, is invite people into the Facebook group. And like I said, I'll tally them up on how many people you've invited into the Facebook group. And then depending on these numbers, like maybe Susan brought in, 100 women, and Jackie brought in 80 women, and then me, Denise, brought in, 20. That's how the prizes will be. Sue is the first prize because she brought in 100 women. Second prize will go to Jackie because she brought in 80, like that. Okay. So I'm trying not to yawn. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for investing this time in you. And I love you so much. And if you like this video, smash that like button. Boom, smash that like button. That helps my channel grow to reach more men and women who have been in narcissistic relationships to help them heal from the emotional pain. If you like my channel, please subscribe to it. You won't get the notifications if you subscribe. If you want the notifications, then hit that bell icon, then you'll get the notifications. And as always, please comment in the comments below. Let me know what you're thinking. Share with us your story, your comments help others. They read it, they resonate with it, you're helping. Believe it or not, when you do that, you help. Okay? So have a great weekend.